I assume most of your viewers now would not want her back, and the simple reason is she's brown.
Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know.
Well, it's Lessons for Life 24/7, and I should have with me on the line Triple T. Triple T, are you there?
Triple T is here and live. Thank you for having me on, sir.
And we go live over to Triple T. Thank you for joining me. Shamima Begum. Why should we have her back? Or should we have her back? Should we welcome her back?
She is a young girl who left this country
She's
when
she's 19. She's an adult.
she was, well, even a 19-year-old, if a 19-year-old has been groomed, it's still a young girl if you take it on that side of things. Well, let's just keep it, and let's just start at the beginning rather. She was 15 years old.
Okay, and what's the legal age of responsibility?
And she, if I could just...
You can be a criminal at 10.
You can be a criminal at probably 5. You could, I think, if you watch the documentary of Michael Moore, even at a younger age. But just sticking on this note for a second, she was 15 years old.
Yeah.
And she sat on the internet with her friends and she was groomed.
Okay.
The ISIS...
By a grooming gang?
Well, yes, ISIS grooming gang.
Okay.
And as we're on the topic of grooming, I think
why is it women are groomed but boys are radicalized? Why do we have different language for the genders?
Well, in this case, these women...
radicalized?
She was groomed in the sense that she was not asked to commit any crimes. She was simply asked to come over for whatever purposes those evil men had to bring them over there. Regarding bringing her back, she hasn't killed anyone. She hasn't murdered anyone. She simply said that I'm just living my life. And if a young 15-year-old can go over there, who is now 19, can go over there on that pretense, I'll call it. And then...
So has she not committed a crime by going to join Islamic State, a prescribed organisation?
No, she didn't join the state. She didn't become a member and sit on their panel and take questions. She just went there to live in that country. That was coincidentally referred to IS as Islamic State.
She hasn't done anything wrong.
She's done absolutely nothing wrong. She's gone to a country, and mind you, she was groomed to go.
Okay.
She was young. Think of a 15-year-old in school, seeing on the internet and then heading off to a country which nobody else knows anything about, just heading off. She was groomed alongside those other 2 poor girls that we have heard not much about, sadly.
Why is this one receiving more attention than the others?
Simply because the reporter met her in the refugee camp and recognized her.
But do we really want people like that in this country, people of that mindset? Hasn't she made...
Do we want people...
Shouldn't she lie in it?
Well, I assume most of your viewers now would not want her back, and the simple reason is she's brown. And the color of her skin, if it was a white lady, they would say, yeah, bring her back. Let me tell you, she has an inalienable right. She was born in this country. She is British. Now, she is brown, yes, but she is British. And I think it's time that the British public...
share our British values.
Which are what?
Not chopping people's heads off, for one.
Well, if you come into my house and you attack my family and you kill everyone inside, I will not only chop your head off, I will probably do worse. It depends on the circumstances. Sometimes laws mean nothing. Now, if you want to save a life, like this young kid that they just had the...
slaves?
That is not proven, sir. They have not taken any sex slaves. If IS, the extreme version of IS, have taken sex slaves, then obviously it's a deplorable thing. But where's the evidence?
Well, I'm just going by the anecdotal evidence of people on the ground saying that IS routinely take Yazidi girls, for example. They were trapped up on the mountain, that they're taking women as sex slaves.
Within each army, you have evil people, and unfortunately those people in the IS, army or terrorist organization, they took slaves, sex slaves, but that's not part of
What
Islam.
do you think of IS? What do you think of Islamic State?
I think they're an extreme version of Islam, and it's one that the leader of Islam, the Prophet
do you think
Muhammad,
they're
who lived.
Muslims? Are they Muslims?
Well, let me just finish the question you just posed a second ago.
Okay.
I think the leader of the Prophet of Islam, Muhammad, peace be upon him, he said that in Islam there will come a time where there'll be people that will be so extreme they'll kill anyone and they'll do all this type of stuff. Be aware of them,
Okay.
because they are not a part of us.
Okay.
They are evil people. So I don't see IS as Muslims personally, even if they believe in God, but the extreme things that they are partaking in, as you mentioned a moment ago, that just, according to me, takes them out of Islam. It's not a matter of Islam, it's a matter of saving lives, and what these people are doing, they are taking lives.
And how do we help young girls who get groomed or radicalized?
Well, we need to teach
Shamima Begum.
well we need to teach them that Islam is not a religion of hate. What would be the benefit of her going there? There was nothing apart from grooming. We can't really teach them, can we? We can only tell them that, look, Islam is a religion of peace. For you to go to Syria is non-beneficial for you nor for anyone else. You went there, and it's very difficult. It's like blaming a rape victim for the rape.
Okay.
It's very difficult to say that it's something that we can do. There's absolutely nothing that we can really do.
And why is it that certain factions of Al Qaeda, Ahrar al-Sham, Jabhat al-Nusra, Jaish al-Fatah, have been supported and backed by the Western powers? And presumably, had she gone to join those outfits, she would have been welcomed back without a problem. And I believe people have returned from fighting on the battlefield with these such radical groups without a problem. Why has ISIS been singled out?
Well, ISIS have taken lives. They've beheaded soldiers and so on. They've, as you rightly said, they have abused women sexually and so on, and done all types of terrible things in the name of Islam. They've taken our religion.
It's fine to support Al Qaeda, but even there's a limit to Al Qaeda.
To me, I say there is no chance, and no good person should support, and no good Muslim should support any terrorist group. If they're a group standing up against injustice, support them. But this is a different level.
Well,
Taking hostages.
Time and time again, the Western powers have propped up or aided radical Islamists and then panicked when they've turned around and bit the hand that fed them. Like when the Twin Towers was blown up by Al Qaeda, who were apparently trained in Afghanistan, where the Mujahideen were armed against the Soviet Union. And some of the Bosnian fighters from the Balkans War have cropped up in various other places. I'm sure they're in Syria now as well. They might be in Iraq. So you can arm Chechens to fight the Russians, but then when those Chechens turn on you, then the chickens have come home to roost. As your favourite
chickens have not come home to roost. In this case, it means the chicken, the metaphoric chicken, this young girl has come home to roast, if she is even allowed back into this land, which is her country. Now, your viewers are not too keen on brown British people, as we see on a regular and consistent and constant basis. They want to see white people coming back. They want to see white people helped. But when you see a young girl going over there, groomed and taken to that land that she knows nothing about, and is now in a refugee camp, no, we don't want her back. But if it was a white person, yes, we bring them back. Convert or revert, we bring them back and we de-radicalize them and put them back into society. But when it's a brown young girl of Bangladeshi or Yemeni or whatever origin, no sir, let's keep her where she is. This is the narrative of this land, and this is the narrative of the media, it seems.
If, for example, like the lady who left Islam and left Saudi Arabia recently, if this was a woman saying, I've left my religion, I'm an apostate, and I'm at risk of being given the death penalty, do you think people would change their tune?
Sorry, is it the young girl who was smoking weed and who was found drunk regularly, coming back home late with all sorts? Listen, the thing here is, if she is now an apostate, so bloody what? We've got many more. It doesn't mean a damn thing. We're the largest growing religion, and I refer not to birth rate, I'm referring to the conversion. People are converting on a regular and consistent basis. It doesn't make a difference if one person leaves or 10 leave or even if 1,000 leave. We're the fastest growing religion. But anyway, I don't even care if we are or not. If she wishes to leave, that's her prerogative. And if this young girl who returns here, she wishes to leave, that too is a good thing. But if she had said, I wish to leave the faith of Islam, perhaps then they would send in a sport team to bring her back. Who knows?
Who knows? Triple T, thank you as ever for your time. I hope to see you in the flesh sometime soon.
Thank you. I look forward to it someday.
Thank you very much.